You guys, I'm just going to go over how to fill out your macro journal. I made this up today. I'm not the best at making stuff like this because I did it with Photoshop because that's all I'm familiar with. But I want to go over what we're going to be focusing on. So I have a checkbox for some things that we haven't discussed just because I didn't want to overwhelm you in week one. So at the top left, you can see up here, we've got hours of sleep. We're going to talk about sleep coming up because this could be either sabotaging your progress and it's super important to be getting at least 6 to 8 hours of sleep. So I want you to start keeping track of like real sleep, not the time you went to bed. So let's say you hopped in bed at 10, but you didn't fall asleep till midnight. You would track from midnight on, okay? So this is something I want us to start being aware of is our sleep. So we're going to track that. In the middle, have you participated with online or tech support today? So your online would be, did you participate in Canvas, the private Facebook group, or did you participate in your accountability groups in a text? And you'll just circle yes or no. These accountability texts are super important for a lot of people. They keep a lot of us accountable. So even if you respond with a thumbs up, or just make some type of response like I ran today or I journaled. It doesn't have to be long. It's just simple. And then this is where you'll put in today's date, October 10th, 11th, whatever it is. And then this is also something that's coming up in the next 2 to 3 weeks. This box here, your 10 to 20 minutes of meditation. Review your goals and whys. During this meditation, it's either upon when you awake or, maybe you do a daily scripture or a prayer or something like that. You can just pull this journal out. And this can be, we're going to talk about what we're reviewing here, but pretty much you're going to go over your goals that you set last Sunday or Monday, depending on when you joined, and your whys, why you're doing this, what goals you are working on. We talked about that number line. And I'm going to do a review to get a little more specific with you. I had a request to kind of go over that just so that they understood what their goals were and that they had a ceiling, meaning there was an actual end to our goal, okay? It wasn't just something that would take 30 years to get to, something that we can actually achieve in 8 weeks, okay? So that is this here. And if you have other things you're meditating about, feel free to write it down. Macros. This box is kind of silly because we are entering it into MyFitnessPal. But let's say you are going, it's the weekend, and you're going to go to Cheesecake Factory and you're going to have the cheesecake. Maybe you write that in here so that it's in your brain. Maybe the things that you know, or you write the macros that might be tempting you, okay? Either way, you can write it out, but we shouldn't need all of this. It should be in your MyFitnessPal. But I want you to look at these 3 boxes right here. So when you go to nutrition, the nutrition screen, you have your total macros listed, your goal, how many you're trying to get, and how many you have left. I want you to enter in at the end of the day what your total was supposed to be, your goal, and how many you have left, okay? These numbers are going to start standing out to you. These are the numbers. That's why I want you to write them down in MyFitnessPal. I want you to transfer them over to here, okay? If you did any exercise, now remember, my exercise program is optional. You do not have to lift 6 days a week, okay? It is there if you want to. I encourage that you try 1 or 2 of my days because you are going to not only increase your muscle, but and the calories burned by increasing the muscles, but you're getting familiar with weightlifting, which is super important to prevent osteoporosis and to increase bone density, okay? So that is another thing. We're also going to be talking a little bit more about getting enough water. So maybe about how many cups of water or how many glasses of water, or just a check mark that yes, I was aware of my water. This is again personal to you. Were you within 5 to 10 grams of your macros at the end of the day? You could be negative 10, you could be positive, you went over 10, yes or no, okay? Somewhere between 5 and 10. Our goal is to be consistent here within the next 4 to 8 weeks here while we're in this program. And your daily wins. This is something you would type. This would be something even personal. It doesn't even have to do anything with food. It could be that I did 2 loads of laundry. I tried a new dental procedure. I mean, I don't know. We've got a variety of people and participants. I did service for 2 hours and it felt great. Okay, so these are the wins. This is what we want to focus on. Remember those positive thoughts. So these are this is how you will fill out this, and I'm going to post this to Canvas and YouTube and not Instagram, Facebook. Have a good one, guys.